Sunnybrook, New York, is a town haunted by a tragedy so heavy it feels like it's seeped into the groundwater. For Monica Rayburn, the past 5 years have been a blur of numbness and pain. Her world was shattered when 5 cheerleaders died in a single horrific autumn. First, there was a car accident that took Bethany and Colleen. Then, the brutal murders of Juliana and Susan. And finally, the silent, devastating suicide of Monica's own sister, Jen. Now, Monica moves through her life like a ghost in her own home, a soulless new construction that her mother bought to try and outrun the memories of their old life on the street of horrors. To cope with the physical pain of her dance injuries and the crushing weight of her grief, she relies on painkillers, numbing herself to the world. Her stepfather, Tom, is a police officer, a man who was hailed as a hero for shooting Jack Canning, the neighbor everyone believes murdered the girls. The case is closed. The town wants to move on, but for Monica, the silence is about to be broken. Everything changes on a rainy afternoon when Monica, desperate for pills, rifles through Tom's home office desk. She doesn't find drugs. Instead, she finds a stack of anonymous letters, all postmarked on the anniversary of her sister's death. Inside are photos of the dead girls and a chilling message. "I know it wasn't him. Connect the dots." Trembling, she digs deeper and finds something even more shocking. Her dead sister's cell phone, hidden away for years. When she charges it, she discovers that on the morning Jen died, she had a 17-minute phone call with an unknown number. Monica texts the number, terrified of who might answer. The reply comes from Ethan McCready, a boy who was expelled 5 years ago for writing a hit list that included the names of the cheerleaders. Monica realizes that the official story, that Jack Canning killed the girls and Jen killed herself out of grief, might be a lie. She teams up with Ginny Cordero, a quiet, guarded girl from the dance team who used to know Jen. Together, they peel back the layers of their town's history. Ethan reveals that he wasn't a monster. He was Jen's friend, perhaps the only one who really understood her sadness. He tells Monica that he was in Jen's room the night of the murders and saw something from the roof, a truck and an argument at the neighbor's house that didn't match the police report. Doubts about Tom begin to fester in Monica's mind. Did her stepfather kill the wrong man? Is he covering something up to protect his career? The pressure mounts as Monica navigates a web of secrets involving her former boyfriend, her friends, and the new cross-country coach, Brandon Michelson, who seems uncomfortably interested in her. As Monica and Ginny dig deeper, they discover that Juliana Ruiz wasn't the happy, perfect cheerleader everyone remembers. She was entangled with an older crowd, including a guy involved in dealing pills. The investigation leads them to a shocking realization about Brandon Michelson. He wasn't just a new coach, he was in town 5 years ago, dating the cheerleading coach, Allie. The tension explodes at a high school party where Monica, drunk and spiraling, confronts Brandon. She pieces together a photo she took over the summer. A scar on Brandon's leg that looks suspiciously like a dog bite. Monica remembers that Susan Berry's dog was found next to her body, and the killer would have likely been bitten. The truth comes crashing down on a quiet Sunday. Brandon shows up at Monica's house while she is home alone with her little brother. The mask slips. He confesses that he was having an affair with 15-year-old Juliana. When she threatened to tell his girlfriend, he went to her house to silence her. It wasn't a planned murder, but a desperate, violent struggle that spiraled out of control, ending with him killing both Juliana and Susan to cover his tracks. In a terrifying struggle in the garage, Brandon attacks Monica. He overpowers her, and for a moment, it seems like she will become the next victim. But Ginny arrives just in time wielding a baseball bat. She strikes Brandon down, saving Monica's life. With Brandon arrested, the truth finally comes out. Tom wasn't a villain. He was a grieving father who genuinely believed he had stopped a monster. The anonymous letters from Ethan were his way of trying to force the police to look again, to find the justice he knew was missing. But there is one final secret. Ginny reveals why she was so invested, why she carries so much guilt. On the night of the car accident that started it all, she was in a truck with her abusive father. They caused the crash that killed Bethany and Colleen. It wasn't a curse that destroyed the Sunnybrook Cheerleaders. It was a series of tragic, human choices. In the end, Monica quits the dance team, finally stepping away from the pressure to perform. She visits the memorial for the girls, no longer looking for answers, but for peace. The pain is still there, but the fear is gone. She has faced the darkness in her town and in herself. And for the first time in 5 years, she can finally breathe.